Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to our Minecraft Trains project. And we are piling up a lot of wood. Trying to make something that vaguely resembles a giant fallen tree. I'm just gonna continue this. It's gonna take a long time. But let me just continue filling in these logs. And when we have something vaguely tree-like, we can step back and look at it. It's at the moment it's a little bit too uniform, but we can fix that later, I think. So it's like hi Wesley, welcome back. It's like we are sculpting, right? So we need the material before we can start sculpting the shape of the tree. Oh, do you have any objections to the tree? Now that you've had a week to think about it, Wesley. So my plan is just to have a giant cylindrical pile of wood, and then we'll start shaping it like a sculpture. Wesley says I have some third-party judgment next to me. Oh, nice. All right. Is this third-party judgment pro-wood or anti-wood? Because there's a lot of wood. She's gonna talk in Twitch with my account. Okay, that's cool. Hi, Helena. Let me fill that in. I'm good. I'm good. I feel like today is gonna be not too interesting because we're just piling a lot of logs and making a giant tree trunk. And the interesting stuff might have to come later. Hey Q. Alright, let me go to the other side. Maybe we should have like a minimum envelope. Can I stop you right there, says Helena. Oh, well, I don't think this train's not gonna stop for anyone, but keep talking. Do you have any ideas? I don't know if we should stop, but filling that entire thing up would take forever. Yes, it would. But we've built big things before, right, Risley? We've done unreasonable with things before. Q says laggy. It's not laggy on my side. Elena says, secondly, if a tree like that fell over, it was probably dead and hollow. Yeah, it is. It is kind of dead and hollow. You're right, Helena. Oh, you should probably do some research. Alright, let's just do some research. Let me tab out. I have been looking up, yeah, I know, Helena. It's like that. It's kind of hard to sculpt the thing with just like doing it correct from the first go. You know what I mean? So the way I'm imagining it is we're like making a giant lump of clay, and then we shape the clay into a more natural shape later on. So we start with a rough shape. Yeah, no, we start with the rough shape, and then we add the detail in later on. So this is not this is not the final design. It's just the original lump of clay out of which we shape the tree. And so research time. So consider a fallen tree looks something like that, right? Or like that. So ultimately we're thinking about having something vaguely like this. But to start off with, we're just having a cylindrical thing to start off with, if that makes sense. So it needs to be kind of like that, except we want a stump on the ground, and then we want it to like fall off, or like the trunk to have fallen off. So fallen trees look kind of like that. Eventually. Let's see. A lot of these have fallen down with the roots being pulled out, which is kind of, I guess this is kind of what we're going for, is like a little bit stumpy. Yeah. Helena says, do you want the station to literally be a tree or inspired from literally a tree? It's literally a tree, Helena. And if there's some part of your mind that thinks, that sounds ridiculous, you are correct. It is ridiculous. So maybe along these lines. So yes, let me switch back. So my point is that we're not going to stop, we're going to keep going. But you're right that you're right that eventually this needs to be more naturalistic and less cylindrical. Eventually. And we're not really filling in the whole thing because we're gonna have to leave space for the station anyway, right? So the station is gonna be at most down to here. So we're gonna leave this stuff hollow. Helena says, when you look at the redwood trees, they look like they're made of multiple trees. Yeah, so it's not just a cylinder, right? It's like there's like lumps. It's like a section of it is like it's lumpy, if that makes sense. It's difficult to find the words to describe the shapes that we want, because it's very organic shapes. So you're right that it wouldn't be just cylindrical. Helena says, I would almost dare you to make a curved cave-like interior. Yeah? Curved cave-like interior in Minecraft. I think we can... I think the interior should be kind of organic too, yeah? But I mean... What I'm thinking is it'll be easier for us if we have a volume to remove material from, rather than to add material to a shape that we can't see. It's just easier to have a thing that we can see and then change it, is what I'm thinking. Just in terms of being able to imagine what we're doing. Where am I? I'm stuck on that thing. So let's put that there too. I mean, maybe we can like work the water in here as well. Have like little pools of, well, I guess it'll be stagnant. Might not be a good idea, stagnant water. also have like little branches sticking out of this thing. Let's see. The thing with Minecraft, and the thing with designing everything at full scale, is that it takes a while. Like, prototyping takes a while. So this is basically not even the first sketch. Well, I guess this is the first sketch. And it just takes us the whole day to make one first sketch. And then we look at it. And then we decide what to do with it. Although, usually, by the time we're done with a prototype, we're quite good at it. Okay, there's a link. Let me look at that one. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna Wesley was talking about the track is gonna go through the stump. So imagine if the stump is broken. Oh, you can't see it on screen. Hold on, full screen. So if you imagine the stump is broken off and then the track goes through the middle, I think Wesley wants one of these too. So let's keep this in mind as well. So there's the fallen down bit, and then there's the stump bit. Oh, some of this stuff is amazing. Look at this stuff. Alright, feel free to keep doing research for us, Helena. Feel free to keep doing research, which then Wesley will have to build. Hey, look at all these cool ideas, Wesley. Look at all these cool ideas of things that are gonna take a long time to build. Ah, good times. Helena says you can see with most trees that they have internal branches that never grew. Yeah. Well, some of them, it's not that they never grew, but they would break off. Wesley says next station I come up with the ideas and you can build. Alright, you can do that. We can do that, Wesley. Yeah, so the thing with these days, a lot of trees are trimmed deliberately by people. Helena says, what if you would have organic shade windows extending from the core to the exterior? Yeah, no, those are great ideas. Those are great ideas. In fact, if you want to like just make a sketch for Wesley, and then Wesley can build the whole thing. So yeah, some openings. We would want openings too. You're right, Helena. I was thinking maybe there's like a giant split in the wood, maybe. Wesley says maybe I should just buy her a Minecraft account. Yeah, no, let's. You want to do this, Helena, or do you just want to tell Wesley to do it? You can also contribute to the building. All right. She says you can do it, Wesley. She has faith in your abilities. Does he hardly work? I think he works a bit now. I think Wesley works a reasonable amount. How do we like? So the log tapers a little bit, which means we need to consider how it bends in. Alright, thanks, Helena. Looking forward to all the great research. How did that turn out, by the way, Helena? It's good to hear that the design went well. I'm a little curious as to like how you resolved the design problem. Let's see. Well, it's not really like that, is it? No, it's further in. Deadline this Monday. Oh, isn't that? Wait a minute, isn't that like tomorrow or the day after? Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like to see a picture of it. Although, actually, if you show a picture of it, it'll end up on stream, and then it'll end up on YouTube, on the internet. So just before you give it to me, tell me if you wanted to go on the internet for everybody to see. If you don't, I can just look at it without putting it on stream. So that comes to like there-ish. Alright, well, let's stick it on stream and then we can all learn a little bit of architecture. I've always been really interested in like seeing other people's designs, because it's like you learn from them without having to do the work yourself, which is great. So, like looking at other people's designs, I find really interesting. Alright, so let's keep piling this wood on. Make it vaguely a tree shape. It's alright. Is that... It's a little flat down here. Maybe we add some shapes later on. It is less tapered than I thought, but maybe that's fine. Oh, Wesley's gone. Helena's destroyed the connection. What's going on back here? Alright, this is great. Oh, look at that taper. How do you send a pic? Good question. Can you like host it somewhere? There's like a TinyPic or something. There are picture hosting sites. that you can like image